Good morning, party people. We're back. Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday is a thing the kids say. Let's get that sip in, huh? Sponsor me, you cowards. All right, let's see. Who's here this morning? Chat is active. We got Daniel Christian in the chat. Love and respect. Stan Chunk, Ryan B. Slides, Beamer, Gerjop, Aaron, Michael, Joseph, Tanner. Gang's all here, guys. Jay Go, long-time watcher, first-time chatter. What's up, Jay Go? We hit the Mario music, and let's get this party started. Tanner's got an early day. Yadi, Kevin, Worley, Adam Stubbs up in here. Boss up in here. Guys, true. Good afternoon for some of y'all. You know what I mean? What's up, Chris? Guys, everybody's here. Rocket Silas, Adrian, Altcoin. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see everybody. We are at the point of the week where we've arguably done too many streams. So this is where we push through. We're ready to do this. Let's get some housekeeping cleaned up right away. If you haven't liked the stream yet, I'm actually going to check. I'm going to do a real-time check right now. We've got over 40 people in here, and we've got 14 likes. Unacceptable. So everybody smash the like real quick. Get that going. You see in the show notes, join the Discord, subscribe. I'm going to make you guys sign up for a Substack later on if you haven't done that. All the things. If you didn't watch last night's stream, right? G Dunn was there. Sawyer filled in for Dustin for a little bit. Then we got a Dustin sighting at the end. A lot of fun. We learned a lot of stuff. Last night. Rick Souls says, can you please put the music back on? I know, Rick. Listen, it's a special minute we get together every day at the beginning of every show, you know? Here for the rants, more ranting. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if we've got a rant in me today. That was a special kind of day. But we'll see. If I get pissed off enough, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Let's what do we want to talk about first? We had 4 awesome games last night. Last night weirdly was the least amount of basketball I had watched in a while because we were streaming. Specifically because we were streaming. So I missed most of the Knicks game. I watched the first half of the Sixers-Wizards game. I didn't touch the Jazz game, but then I did watch Mavs-Clippers. Kevin said I missed a rant. Yeah, yesterday. If you want to go back to the 18-minute mark of yesterday's morning marketplace, we lost our mind about the Cool Cats for a hot minute. We did. We lost our mind. You finished the Mavs game over there in the East. I did. I fell asleep at the beginning of the fourth quarter and then woke up with 5 minutes left and watched the rest of that. Yo, Ricardo, hi from Argentina. What's going on? All right, let's talk about Sixers Wiz. We're saying goodbye to some teams tonight. We're saying goodbye to 3 teams. So those 4-game slates are a thing of the past, I think, at this point, right? So we only have 2 games tonight. We've got the Lakers and Suns is the late game, and then I think Nuggets Blazers the earlier game. But this is what we got. Sixers Wiz last night, 129-112. The Wizards are donezo. Rui had 21-6. Westcott 24-10-8. Who else? Beal 32-7-5. On the Sixers side of things, Tobias 28-9-6. Simmons 19-11-10. Seth Curry with 30, just like a smooth 30 points from Seth Curry, and then Maxey 13-6. I just want to shout out Maxey. He was getting meaningful minutes, which might be like, hold on. We're going to take another sip before we get into this. So the news that broke yesterday, besides the fact that the Celtics were just like, hey, we're going to make our coach our GM. Our GM's gone. I don't know. Hire Garnett. Bring in Garnett as a coach. But the other news, Joel Embiid meniscus tear. They believe it's a meniscus tear. They haven't ruled him out long term. I guess there are some worlds in which he can continue to play with a meniscus tear. Not great, Bob. I don't think that's what we're looking for. The Sixers ceiling, man, just absolutely caves in if they don't have a healthy Embiid. And I know at the beginning of the playoffs, I was pretty excited for the Sixers matchup against the Nets. Or the Bucks, for that matter. I thought that was just going to be a fun matchup. I think Embiid is one of the more unguardable players in the league right now. And when you have Tobias and Simmons as second and third options, you have the defensive guys like Simmons and like Matisse Thybulle, and now dire situation for Sixers. And I mean that's always been the knock on Embiid, right? Is that he needs to be able to stay healthy. And I don't know. It sucks. The timing sucks. We don't want that. We don't want that. So that's a bummer for the ceiling on the Sixers. The good news is they're going to get the Hawks in the second round. But you know what? If they don't have Embiid, all of a sudden that series is a toss-up. I thought with a healthy Embiid, that maybe goes 5 games, maybe. But without a healthy Embiid, now, I mean, you're playing meaningful minutes for Dwight Howard. You're playing meaningful minutes for Mike Scott. It's not great. It's not great, which is making me think even more that this next series between the Bucks. Yeah, Andrew Stewart says Bucks for the East. This Bucks Nets series now feels like the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Because I just don't think. I mean, even if the Sixers get by him, I don't see a situation where Embiid's like super healthy in 3 weeks, right? Like it doesn't seem like a 3-week rest thing. I might be wrong. I'm not a doctor, but I might be wrong. But if you're the Hawks, holy shit! I mean, you've got like now Capella going up against whoever their big guy is, and not that Capella's like an offensive machine or anything. It just allows him to do a little bit more work. Because I think under normal circumstances, you were going to be seeing a lot of like Onyeka Okongwu for the Hawks because what's his name? Capella would be in some real injury trouble. So foul trouble with Embiid. And now you're not worried about that. So I don't know. Really, I mean, it puts a higher ceiling on the Hawks right now, which, hey, what a transition. Let's talk about, actually, no, you know what we have to do? We have to pull up, let's pull up Top Shot. And let's just look at some of these prices, because what I am curious with Wizards getting bounced, like, does that impact anything? Do we see any movement on that? Let me blow this up a little bit. What? My Top Shot expired? Oh my goodness. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me sign into this bad boy. Maybe I come back. All right. They didn't even make me sign in. Yachty says the Hawks might be able to do it. I'm with you, man. I can definitely see the Hawks making a little run now. They're not going to get by the Bucks or the Nets. I don't think that's happening, but they definitely could. They definitely could get by the Sixers without Embiid. That's for sure. All right, let's pull up like Westbrook first. I'm curious, especially like the throwdown. I want to see, did Westbrook prices move at all? Is there anything that stands out? $108 for a Series 1 moment, $48 for that Cool Cat. Okay, nothing really stands out here. That throwdown, though, still around 137. His first moment still sub 600. So I don't think too much movement. What about Beal? Beal and Rui's another one where he's shown some signs of life here down the stretch. Man, Beal's first moment is 125. That is wild. Daniel says new feature will show us what moments Mike owns as he searches the marketplace. That's true. That is true, right? Let's see, Rui. I don't own any of these. I'll tell you that right now. Let's check out Rui again, because he's somebody who's interesting, right? He's one of those Series 1 rookies. Where's that base? It's all about that base. Under $100 for that badge moment. So that's intriguing. I don't think I'm going there, but it's intriguing. Let's see. Did Seth Curry get a little boost after dropping 30 last night? Actually, let's go over to Own the Moment real quick. Shout out Own the Moment, as we always do. Top gainers. Josh Hart metallic gold. Reggie Bullock. Do you think the Reggie Bullock metallic gold got a boost because he hit like 3 threes at the beginning of the game? Rudy Gobert's went up a little bit. Aaron Gordon. So a lot of the tip-off stuff, season tip-off Series 2. Base set Carmelo went up a little bit. And then the top losers, just the Jokic Hollow, D Rose for the win. So a lot of the more expensive rare stuff. Cool Cat still top gainer, up 11%. God, what an investment. What a great investment by me. All right. I think that's it. Is the floor for Trey if he shows out against the Sixers? His moments have always been a little undervalued. Yeah, Trey's someone that's come up a bunch of times, right? We can pivot to the Knicks game, the Knicks Hawks game, but let's start by looking at Trey's moments. So $27 for that 7,500. Man, I remember there was a time where I have this moment. I had it listed for like $500. I was like, yeah, I'm going to sell the Trey Series 2 7,500 for $500. What dummies. This went up a little bit. This was sub 400 a couple days ago. So we're seeing that the floor on some of these dudes has come up just a little bit. Like Ja went up a little. Luka went out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, nice try, Yorick. I'm not reading the full name this time. You live and you learn, Yorick. See, this is what I want Top Shot to do. This is what I want us all to do. We learn from our previous experiences. And I'm not going to scream Yorick. I'm not going to scream it. I want you all to say it out loud right now, just in case you didn't get it right away. But it's early in the morning, and I'm not going to be yelling that at anybody today. All right, let's talk about the Knicks Hawks. Goodbye, Knicks. Trae Young, 36-9, took a bow at MSG afterwards, and then said, I heard they have really good shows here on Broadway. So it was just like, that's what you do here. And I love that. I was not a big Trae guy for a while. It took me a while to warm up to him, but holy shit, man. Steve Genty from the 89 Cavs was the one who pointed it out. He's like, he's embracing the villain. He's going full villain, and man, I love it. Capella 14 and 15 last night. And then Randall 23 and 13. So like Randall showed up a little too late. A little too late from Julius Randle. And he had like a nice first quarter. He had like 10 points and 9 boards in the first quarter. I was like, okay, are we getting one of those Julius Randle games? And then he scored 13 points and got like 4 rebounds after that. So, man, such an interesting situation with the Knicks. I'm very curious what their offseason looks like. Clearly, they need to target a point guard. They need like a second guy. Like they just don't have enough. It's a classic Tibbs team where they just, overplayed or outperformed what their ceiling probably was, right? For them to get a 4 seed this year. I mean, granted, the East is caca, but like that was still pretty good. Pretty good. We'll take another sip. Yeah, I'm very high on like the Trae Young experience has been a lot of fun. I think the matchup in the Sixers is going to be a different thing. I think they're going to need dudes like John Collins to like take over a game. They're going to need Bogdanovich to take over a game because you are going to, I mean, Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle on Trae Young is a different experience than like D Rose and Reggie Bullock and Emmanuel Quickley. Like this is a much different experience for Trae Young and it'll be like a real test, I think. All right. So 405 for that first moment. We said the $13 for a 15K moment. What's like his cheapest moment here? We have $4 40K moment. $7 35K moment. This is the tribute one. Is hustling slow is $12. That's pretty good. Let's look at Capella too, because Capella again, man, just consistent double dude. Never going to be like a superstar, but just consistently putting up a double. So $3 for that 40K moment. It's nice seeing this $3 floor, right? $3 and $4 floor. His first moment on the site, 12K. Top Shot debut, $9. That's cool. I like that. 73 for an MGLE. He's only got 4 moments. Who's ready to corner the Capella market? And then I wanted to look at Randall and Quickley as well. Now, Randall has just been taking a beating the last couple of weeks in the marketplace, partially because I just think the marketplace is dipping, but also just his performance in the playoffs has been. So I think that's been a problem. But I will say, we said this last night. I think after Sawyer talked about. After he talked about Julius Randle being super underpriced, it was like under $90. It was at 89. We get the Sawyer bump, and it's now over 100. It's now up to 100. I also didn't realize how stuffed up my nose was until I tried to do the cocaine sniff. And guys, I got mucus in my brain right now. Absolute mucus in my brain. But yeah, okay. Trae Young's bow after that 3 semi. I know that was pretty incredible. I just want to say, StreamYard has been a little. Oh wait, here we go. John says Steve's son Trae Young showed up. He did. Georgia says got the Capella Top Shot debut the other day for 9 and a number 1693 serial number. That's nice. I almost said hashtag 1693, which is pretty funny. The Sawyer bump. Please apologize to the chat for the mucus sniff. I don't apologize, guys. He sniffed out a good deal. Honest, the guys, great job. Top Shot Twitter, we're buying a few Randall Top Shot debuts last night. Who's Top Shot Twitter? Like the whole Twitter was doing it? Or is that like an actual Twitter account? All right, what else do we have from that game? I don't know. What are some takeaways from that game? I think, I wanted to look at Emmanuel Quickley. Who, I mean, talk about a fall from grace in the marketplace. And that rhymed too. $90. Holy shit. Dustin, don't look at this. Cover your eyes, Dustin. $90 for the Emmanuel Quickly rookie badge. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. The NFT guys, the big pocket guys. Okay, got you. Yeah, Mucinex, sponsor me, you cowards. So what are the takeaways? Do we think the Knicks kind of like those prices continue to dip? Do we think those level out? I mean, I can't see Randall getting much cheaper than this, right? Daniel Rosenbaum says, is RJ Barrett good? Like, wake up. I think not. Like, wake up, dude. Are you talking to RJ Barrett or are you talking to me? You need me to wake up? I actually like this is the case for RJ Barrett. He's still a second-year guy, right? Still a second-year guy. He got considerably better between his first year and his second year. And all of the talk around RJ Barrett is this guy's a workhorse, man. You do 2-a-days in the offseason, RJ does 3-a-days. So I think if you want to believe in that, I'm not saying he's the same player as Jaylen Brown at all. But the idea of like Jaylen Brown each season comes back with like a new bag. And RJ Barrett similarly like has that same type of work ethic. So I don't know if RJ Barrett, let's actually look at RJ Barrett's price. If that continues to fall, like if say somehow this gets in like the 200 range, I think I might go scoop that up. I'm not really interested in paying 400 for it. Like it's 325 right now. So if that continues to go down, I don't hate it. Because it is New York. It is New York. I do think like he can be a good piece on a good team. I just don't think he can be he's not going to be a superstar, but I do think he could get better. Knicks prices are falling through the summer. That was a disappointing performance. It was. I hope we don't poo-poo Julius Randle too much. I mean, like I know he had a bad series. I think that this is more of I think it's less of like the Knicks aren't good and more of like, oh wait, the Hawks are really good. The Hawks are really good. They got everybody back healthy, and they were like real. They're a good team. They're a deep team and far more talented than the Knicks. So that's where I'm at. George Rose is like, just get Lonzo to New York. Yeah, Daniel, I'm with you though. Sometimes you just forget that RJ's on the court. Need to see some takeover moments. Yeah, he had a couple matchups too that were a little frustrating. Where like Trae Young would get switched onto him, and it's like, dude, just back him down. It's Trae Young. He's not a defender. But I'm still high. I shouldn't say I'm still high. I still think there's a ceiling with RJ that we haven't seen yet. Rewind back to 2019. RJ was a bigger prospect than Zion. Not sure what happened. Yeah, I think that was just a mistake. Zion. Zion is like a force. That was just a mistake by all of us, I think. By all of us. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Rocket Solid says Top Shot debuts can get cheaper than this, but NFT guys will scoot them all up if you wait too long. Yeah. Trey is the new Reggie Miller. I'm high. I'm still high. Everybody's high. All right, I made a high joke. All right, let's keep going. We've only hit 2 games in 20 minutes, which honestly, very impressed by myself. Let's get the Jazz Grizz. Let's say goodbye to the Jazz or to the Grizzlies. 126-110. Ja had 27, 11, and 7. Dylan Brooks had 27 and 5. Rudy 23 and 15. Donovan's back. He's healthy. 30 and 10. And then Clarkson with 24 off the bench. It was just like an all-around good Jazz performance. One of the things that I liked about the Jazz last night, and I didn't really watch this game, but I just like it was over before it started. And that's what a good team does in a situation like this. They're at home, elimination game, just like stepped on the throat. It's over. So I like that. I like that kind of performance from the Jazz. Let's start with the Grizzlies side of things, though, and just see kind of like we saw John Morant's Top Shot debut floor come down to like 1,400 yesterday. And there was like 3 of those moments, and they all got scooped. And now it's back up to like 16 something. Actually, it's coming back down again because it's back at 1,600. It was at like 1,640 this morning. But man, Ja like showed out in the playoffs, and I think he still has like obviously some room for growth. His jump shot will get a little bit more consistent, but the way he gets to the basket is pretty good. And as he continues to figure out pacing and like how to take over a game, this team is super fun long term, and hopefully Ja's the type of star that like attracts other people to come to Memphis. Because I don't know if Memphis is a huge selling point for a lot of free agents. But if you're like if you're a second or third banana and you see Ja and you're like, okay. But let's look at it. Ja's rising star. If you're looking to boost that collector score, 185. I imagine all of these come down a little bit now in the offseason. $6 for a 35K moment. His hollow sitting around 2,600. That debut at 1,600. But again, a 7,500 moment is $36. His hustle and show reward is at 68. His throwdown's at 150. That's one I'll monitor. I kind of like the throwdown. That's a nice one. Jason says, I didn't watch a single Jazz versus Grizzlies game. Okay. I mean, they're fun, man. They're a fun team. Dylan Brooks, who craziest hair in the NBA. Oh, that's not true. Shout out Robin Lopez. $38 for his Top Shot debut. $38. I mean, Dylan Brooks, he like averaged 20 in the postseason against the Jazz, the defensive juggernaut Jazz. So that's, I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm getting really excited for this Jazz second round matchup, though. I'm famously low on the Jazz, so I'm curious to see how they match up against either, the one-man wrecking crew of what's his name, Luka, or the Clippers. Let's look at Jaren Jackson Jr. too before we go. I just saw someone throw that in the chat. Who was that? Who threw it? Put some respect on the Jazz. I know, Jared. I'm sorry. Rocket Silas era. Shout out Rocket Silas era. Daniel, we can talk about this. We can talk about this in a little bit. Jaren Jackson Jr. $59. Holy shit balls. $59 for his Top Shot debut. Guys, Jaren Jackson Jr. is good. That's too, man. I'm officially losing money on that moment. Breaking news. Losing money on the Jaren Jackson Jr. moment. Hey guys, I need everybody to like the stream real quick. Just like quick, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, smash it, smash. All right, let's go to the Jazz side of things. Let's start with Rudy. Rudy again, 23 and 15. Defensive player of the year, most likely. John Hollinger voted him second for MVP because my man was high as hell. 175 for that Top Shot debut. That's only at a 1358 too. That's a limited edition count. His hustle and slows, $14. His seeing stars. Man, I forget he's an all-star. Yikes. $75 for that rare moment. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not super high on Rudy, but here I would say, like, if you're playing the moment ranks fantasy stuff, scooping one of those blocks, probably not a terrible idea. I don't hate that. Ja and Brooks are worth the price of admission in that series. They were, man. They were super fun. Georgia says, is Triple J legitimately injury prone? I mean, he had like that one. It's been one, right? It's been one serious injury. I mean, I know he's young, but I don't know. I don't know if this is true, Caleb. If it's not true, this was pretty funny. It made me laugh. If it is true, slide into my DMs. Let's get Dylan on this show. Sorry for yelling. Kyle says, when are they announcing Rookie of the Year? They usually do those awards like right around the conference finals, right? Right around the conference finals. All right, let's go. Let's look at Donovan Mitchell, who again, 30 and 10, man. 30 and 10. I want to see him do it against a real team, though. 524 for that Top Shot debut. That's come down. That was at like 1,000 when I first started checking on this crazy ass moment. Let's take a peek. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Starts with the block. Conley dribbles up the court. Kind of out of control. Swings it to Ingles. Ingles has nope. Ingles turns it over. A good play by Caruso. Caruso throws it away to Rudy. To Donovan. No dunk. That's the type of commentary we need on these moments. $2 Holmes. That's crazy. $2. Yeah. Anytime you see a $2 floor. Snag. All right. Let's see. $4. So, like, you again, if you're into the moment rank stuff, there's some cheapies that you can look at. If you're looking for a rare under 100, it's his first All-Star moment. Seeing Stars at 27. The Gift is at 49. There's some nice Donovan stuff in here. Let's look at Jordan Clarkson as well. Again, he had 24 off the bench. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. That is a long-ass moment. It's a long-ass moment. Jordan Clarkson, $94. So under 100 for his Top Shot debut. Only a couple moments on the site. He's got his 15K is $6, 40K is $3. Yeah, I don't think this is the best of we're getting of Clarkson, right? And Matthew says, forgot that Mitchell moment. That shit is WPT length. Guys, there's a WPT drop tonight. Get excited. Get excited. John Weingart or John Wojnarowski, JJJ was shut down in the 18-19 for a deep muscle bruise, but I wouldn't consider that major. It's only one major injury with the meniscus. Yeah, I still like, you could even see it towards the end of this series. Like Jaren Jackson Jr. was starting to get his legs under him a little bit. Looked a lot nicer there towards the end. All right, to the main event. Mavericks 105, Clippers 100. Let's go full screen, babies. Oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't write down any stats from the Clippers side of things. But let's start with the Mavs. The Mavs, THJ had 20, Luka 42, 14, and 8. No one else. I want to make sure I get this right. I don't think anyone else got double digits on that team. So, right, we got, yeah, here we go. So Luka had 42, Tim Hardaway Jr. had 20. Then it's like Dorian Finney-Smith had 8. Porzingis had only 8. Boban outscored Porzingis with 9 and 7. Dwight Powell had 8. Maxi Kleber 4, Brunson 2, Richardson 2, Willie Cauley-Stein 2. Also, one thing that's wild, Josh Richardson only played 5 minutes, which is nuts, which is good too. Wow. I mean, that is nuts. 42, 14, and 8. And listen, if you're Patreon subscribers and you saw the content yesterday about the DFS stuff, and I said I'm scared of Luka because I don't think he's healthy. So I'm not going to play him in moment ranks, but in DFS, he's probably a hell of a play because no one's going to play him. And then, Jesus, 42, 14, and 8. Wow, I just got a spam text, pretty sick. On the Clippers side of things, Kawhi had 20 and 5, Paul George 23 and 10, Reggie Jackson had 20, and then Marcus Morris 16 and 7. Not enough, though. Not enough. So I believe in back-to-back days, right? The Lakers face elimination tonight. Clippers will face elimination tomorrow. Can you imagine both LA teams out in the first round? Unbelievable. Derek, I'm a happily married man, but Luka makes me feel things. Yeah, man, Luka's so good. It's so fun. That's why I stayed up late. That's why I'm sleepy. But let's scoop Luka. Let's look at him. Do we buy it? Do we just buy a Luka live? No, we don't. We don't. Not yet. We're not there yet. Let's look at Luka. Let's see what his cool cat is at so it can make me cry. $73 for a Seeing Star. His metallic gold is at $7K. 40K moments at $9. That's how you know this dude is good. His 40K moment is $9. His cool cat's at $354. What else we got? Top Shot debut right around 2K. This had dipped down in 1,600. So it's coming back up a little bit. It's coming back up a little bit. I like Luka. What makes me laugh about Luka, I say Jokic always looks like he's just getting over a cold. Luka looks like that fat kid in school who, that's not fair. I shouldn't say it like that. But the kid who's like, anytime he did anything athletic, like in gym class, his cheeks just like turn bright red, or like he was just out in the cold. He just came in and his cheeks are red. Anyways, Nerdbird, morning team hold, just streaking through to give thumbs up between the moments. See, Nerdbird gets it. Like the stream. Let's get some more people up in here. Jason says, we need Lakers in the finals. We need the heat of Nets versus Lakers. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess. I don't know, though. Give me Luka. Kyle K says, thoughts on the NBA Twitter account retweeting Top Shot showcase tweet using the NBA Top Shot this. I think it's cool. I'm glad it wasn't hyped up prior. Because if you missed here, Greg made this. This is a shout out to yesterday. Greg made this clip, and if you weren't here yesterday, you get a little bit of it. No, because they've shown us time and time again that this is probably going to feel like a letdown. And this goes back to the $16 stimmy thing, which is like, that was cool. That was really cool. But instead, we put out all these breadcrumbs again, and everyone's like, oh man, on Saturday, if you pay attention to Twitter, LeBron's going to have his shirt off with a tattoo that says Top Shot for life or Top Shot this. God. Yeah, we're back. So I'm glad it wasn't publicized. I'm glad it just happened and then we could all react to it. I think that was pretty cool. Here comes the rant, the greatest rant of all time, which apparently someone, was it you, Ryan, that told us in the chat, like, don't Google that? Thursday brunch. Yeah, I honestly, I was texting with the guys and like, do we cut out the rant and just like post it on Twitter? But I feel like that might do Team Hold more harm than good. Yeah, there is. I think if we're thinking about the finals pack that they're going to do, the legendary finals pack, yeah, it is like having like LeBron and AD moments is pretty cool. But as a basketball fan, I don't know. I don't want a Drummond. You know how pissed I would be if I ripped a Drummond finals pack? I think I'd rather, I don't know. I'd rather anyone else but the Lakers. But I'm a hater. Yeah, okay, greatest Raptor of all time. Wait, did I miss like the first thing you said, Jason? Did I miss the first thing? All right, let's look at speaking of the greatest Raptors of all time, let's look at Kawhi and just kind of see what's going on with some of those moments. We'll look at Paul George too. Shout out Tim Hardaway Jr. though, who's been showing up in the playoffs. That's been kind of nice. It's been nice. It's good to see. Dude, that Top Shot debut is at 679. 134 for a series one moment. His Seeing Stars is 29, 15 for a 15K moment, $6 for 40K. His throwdown almost under 100. Yeah. Tanner Pope says, F the hollow. I want the finals back. Greatest Raptor of all time. I got you, Jason. I got you. Let's look at Pandemic P. How's he doing? I feel bad that I'm rooting against him, but honestly, man, his comments after at the beginning of this season, I just hated it so much that I just want him out. $62 for his throwdown, $68. I mean, again, if you're trying to build up your collector score a little bit and you're trying to get rare moments, and like at least Paul George is good at basketball. You're not paying like $60 for a Montrezl Harrell rare or something like that. I don't hate these moments. His Top Shot debut is still interesting to me at 135. Like that's kind of cheap, but that probably comes down, right? Like, what do these moments do after they get knocked out? Like, do we see them, right? Because there are some players who I think are immune to like getting knocked out of the playoffs. Like if LeBron gets knocked out of the playoffs, I can't imagine anyone being like, "Oh, I'm out on LeBron. He got knocked out of the first round. I'm out on LeBron." But I do think it affects guys like Julius Randle, like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, not so much, but Paul George for sure, because it's just like sticks on him. It does. It just sticks on him. Like, and I don't want to pile on Paul George. I'm just whatever. Anybody else? Anybody else we need to look at from last night's games? I think so. Tonight we have Nuggets and Blazers. I think that's the first game, which pisses me off a little bit. I'm going to be up so late tonight, but it's Thirsty Thursday. You know what I mean? So we've got at 8:00, we've got Nuggets and Blazers game 6. This is going 7, right? I think like, do I back up a Brinks truck and do some betting on the Blazers? I just think there's in every situation they win. And then Suns Lakers at 10:30. We're going to be having a coffee. We're going to be having a coffee at 5 p.m. We're going to be or doing a little Sawyer bump. And then we're like, you can tell, dude, Sawyer was rocking last night because he's not even in the chat this morning. Why is the Lakers at 10:30? It's just a West Coast game, right? I think that's, although the Portland game's in the West as well. But I agree with you. Are they trying to get people to stay up? Like make that game a little bit earlier. But yeah, we're gonna have to get some caffeine in the system for tonight so we can stay up and watch. Hey, I'm gonna take a second to just plug something real quick. You can see it in the show notes, but I'm also gonna put it in the chat. I started writing like 2 or 3 posts a week, just kind of on the NBA, not necessarily Top Shot, just like fun NBA, cool, like just NBA stuff. And I'm trying to, get more eyeballs on it. So please, if you haven't subscribed to that, it's free. I'm not asking you for money or anything like that. It's just something that goes to your email a couple times a week. So please hit it up. Kyle says the LaMelo Cool Cats up to 969. Let's go. I was pretty bullish on Cool Cats from the beginning. And so like, I'm not surprised at all that Cool Cats is going to the moon. You can see at On the Moment, if you look at the sets, right, it's up 11% in the last 24 hours. And I can just project that's going to continue to go to the moon. Wow, I don't know what happened there. This is wild to me, though, for this is the community coming together being like, hey, guys, we're not going to let this fail. For this to be 969, and then you look at the 4K moment being 625, and then his rare moment 615, like that is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh yeah, Derek, that is the thing, right? So I do want you to subscribe to the Substack, but I also need to see your bodies. Well, whenever you reference the Sawyer bump and point out your notice the door report plays in my head. That's great. That's great. Stan, you haven't opened the LaMelo pack yet? Aren't you nervous you're not going to be able to get access to the special Discord or be able to jump in the queue for the pack drops? You better rip that, baby. Bus says, have you played the Beat the DFS lineup? No, or Beat the Lineup DFS? No, I haven't done this. Tell me more. Tell me more. Jason says, you plan on keeping your cool cat moments for a while? Yeah, I think so. Mostly because it's like I didn't come this far to just flip them. Part of me wanted to move, like originally before they announced that you needed to keep all of the moments in order to before you needed to keep all of the moments to like get the perks. I was thinking about flipping the Luka and the Booker only because those ones had the most value. And again, I'm just trying to get as much dapper as I can so I can scoop some stuff. And we're getting close. We're getting close. We have enough to make a couple moves right now. But once they announce that, I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Also, I'm not someone who goes out of my way to like collect an entire set. My brain just isn't excited by that. I know there's a lot of people who are pumped about that, and I think it's cool. My brain doesn't do it. And to have a whole set, it's like, okay, cool. Check. I did it. Will you look at the Tyrese Maxey? You damn right I will. Finally, we're looking at a moment I own. Also, you know what though? I own this one in the marketplace, and it doesn't say that I own it. So remember we said we were going to see those things where it's going to be like, oh, we're going to know which ones Mike owns. And it's not showing it. Interesting. All right, let's look at Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. Wow, he's up to 104. That feels higher than it has been lately. Let's go over to OTM. No, I didn't mean to click sets. Let's go to moments. Let's look at Max Dog. Tyrese Mazzy would be a fun name. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. This is only moment on the site, right? I can't imagine he's got a 40K or 35K moment. All right, let's see. Yeah, up 2% in the last 4 hours, 18% in the last 24 hours, 25% in the last 7 days. That's interesting. That is interesting. And again, it doesn't say that I own it. Come on. I believe I have like the number 800 of this or something. I've got like a triple digit serial, I believe. There we go. Shout out Maxey. He does look good. Maxey. I mean, I was high on him earlier in the season only because I had to keep playing him in DFS. There was like a couple of times where he was running out because someone was out. But yeah. Yo, Chris, thanks for joining. Design Mind says Cool Cats could be nostalgic set in the future within the community, so it could be worth holding the set. Yeah, I didn't come this far to just take massive loss. So we're gonna honestly, if I was gonna flip any, and I'm not going to because I don't want to get kicked out of all the Discords, but like the LaMelo is the one to flip. That one's got the most. Like you're telling me I could flip that and then go buy his base set and with some money left over, right? Okay, they said the ownership functionality is rolling out to everyone over time. Hey, but I'm out in the streets every day. You guys got to give me access, okay? Let me show the people. John says thoughts on the playoff pack. I reserved it. Already. I thought it was going to be 5 moments. I was a little annoyed that it was only 3 moments, but yeah, I mean, that's cool. I'm excited to see, like, are we going to see some Dame overtime shit where he's just, like, firing threes? Like, I love that. That 55-point performance would be a nice moment to own, especially because it's pretty surprising that he scored 55 points in a loss. If I could get some loot, I'm pro moments. I like moments, so I'm pro playoff pack. When's the legendary drop happening? I don't know. It seemed like there was a chance we were going to get a premium playoff pack drop this week, but I guess if it's happening tomorrow. So we'd find out today. And we know that the premium drop's coming before the legendary drop. So I imagine we're like 2 weeks out before it. I imagine we got a ways to go for that. No, I haven't bought the Vince Carter. I haven't bought anything yet. I haven't bought anything outside. I don't remember the last thing I bought. Maybe it was the Giannis block because I was trying to get something for DFS. But we have a Dapper balance ready to go. And I talked about this, but my plan is to scoop a bunch of stuff. But I'm actually still going to try to get a hollow with the hopes, though. Like I would like to flip my hollow and MGLEs to just take a W on the pack price-wise and then build that Dapper even further. Like maybe can I turn that 1,000 into like 1,700, 2,000, something like that, and then to buy more stuff to try to scoop those Vince, Jokic, Luka, Ja, Zion Top Shot debuts. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, shout out Brill. Thanks for being in the chat. We did. We rest in peace, New York. Oh man, can you imagine getting that Trey Bow as a moment? That would be sick. Any thoughts on low-priced 4K rookie debuts? Sadiq, Maladon, pretty hyped about Poku. So I've been saying this about the 4K rookies even when they were expensive. If you think this rookie has a ceiling, then yeah, go get it. Go get it. My concern with the hype around rookies is right there, rookies until they're not, which, wow, what a take. But once they stop being rookies, no one's pumped about a second-year player that's not good, that doesn't have a ceiling. So when you're looking at these guys, especially that now, like their seasons are over, right? Sadiq Bey's season's over, Maladon, Poku, like all those seasons are over. If you do think that they have a ceiling, yeah. Like I really like Isaiah Stewart. I think Tyrese Maxey still has a ceiling. But these are long-term holds, right? These aren't guys that you think are going to like flip a switch next year and then all of a sudden you're 3X in that moment. So those are like long-term plays. But like even if they're like a good rookie, like they end up having a good career but not a great career, like nobody's pumped about like what's John Starks rookie card going for right now? And John Starks had a good career. So like you need to think that they have like real high ceiling. So that's where I'm at. Especially if you're getting them now at the end of the season. Any utility in playoff first moment debut? Wait, any utility in playoff first moments debuts like Romeo Langford? Were you just saying this to get me pissed off, John? I don't know. Probably not. I'm not buying Romeo Langford moments. Which, by the way, let's take a second to talk about the Celtics. Okay, so we broke news yesterday. Shout out Matthew Loftus for letting us break that news. Danny Ainge is gone. Brad Stevens, president of basketball operations, with no front office experience, now in charge. Although, and a lot of people were dinging him for that. I don't think Danny Ainge had any front office experience either before taking that role. So I might be wrong on that actually, but I don't think he did. I love Brad Stevens. I'm glad he's still part of the organization. I think it's like a risky move, but I like it. I mean, might as well make that jump now. I'm curious to see who they bring up. Ryan Russillo's podcast was talking about Chauncey Billups as potentially an option. I hope it's not Jason Kidd. I don't want Jason Kidd up in there. Don't bring in anyone boring. Chauncey Billups would be a great hire. Kevin Garnett, let's get KG in the front office somewhere. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the shakeup. I think they needed to do something different. I think the team, the way it's constructed, doesn't have a ceiling. So I imagine Marcus Smart's gone. I bet that roster looks very different next year. What'll be even nuts is, even more nuts, is that Brad Stevens has, like, he knows these players better than anyone else. So like if Brad Stevens comes in and he's like, yeah, we got to get rid of Marcus Smart, that tells you like a lot right away. So, and I don't want no disrespect to Marcus Smart. I just think he's the only asset they have, right? It's not, you can't trade Kemba. Kemba's got like 70 million left, right? It's not gonna be him. Yeah, a taunt pack. I like that. I like a taunt pack idea. Anyone just hoping Dapper focuses on up and coming with some amazing utility aspects for the moments rather than pumping new packs? Yeah, I think they need to do both though. Daniel Christensen, legendary Christian. I did it again. Legendary drop within the next 2 months. Feel confident about it. Yes, I do. Can we look at the Hallie Rising Star? Sure, Brandon. I actually sold my Hallie Rising Star the other day. I did. And my Zion Rising Star. Can you believe? Let's see. Hallie, where are we at? Facundo Campazzo is at 91. Where's the Halliburton one? LaMelo Ball, 615. Halliburton, 169. 169 for that Tyrese Halliburton. He's another one, man. I still believe in Halliburton quite a bit. It's a nice moment. He's just got to deal with the Kings, right? He's got to deal with the Kings. Derek says, buy the low rookies who you think will flash next year. Okoro, that's a great call, right? We saw that down the stretch as the Cavs were playing him a little bit more, and he was required. I mean, they were always playing him, but he was getting a little bit more offensive responsibility. So I like the Okoro call is pretty sharp. I like that. Hopefully people buying the hollow packs don't screw up the market like the people that bought the throwdowns. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Just wanted to rant. God damn you. So they do not need Mark Jackson, Brill. Oh, my God. Looks like the Moment Ranks is now giving away 2021 playoff tickets in addition to the normal prizes. That's sick. We love that. We love that. Oh, we the people. I'm not sharing that joke. I don't like that joke, we the people. I appreciate the attempt, but as someone who lived in Boston when that happened and was there, pass. I pass on that joke. Bring Rick Pitino to Boston. Oh, my God. Promote Tatum to head coach. I don't hate that. Trade Brown for assets. Get out of here. No way. No way. No way. I'm with you, though, with the people. We need that Trey Brown in the crowd and waving after the three. I would love that so much. Buying the whole Seeing Stars instant. Okay, let's look at Seeing Stars. Let's see what that's at. Actually, let's go to Own the Moment for this, though. I want to see what is the price on Seeing Stars right now. If you buy the whole thing, you can get the whole thing for $1,200. Wow. Whole thing for $1,200, with obviously LeBron and KD being the most expensive gets, right? So the LeBron's $300. That's the one thing that that's the one thing that sticks out as like an expensive buy, right? Yeah. Hippy Dippy, you think the Cavs are trading Sexton? Is that something that's on the block right now? Are they talking about that? That's interesting. That's interesting if they move off Sexton. That makes me like Darius Garland a little bit more. Because I do like Garland. I like Okoro too. I think they need to find a new home for Kevin Love. Give him the Blake Griffin treatment. Kevin Love, go take a buyout. Do a couple more Banana Republic ads. And let's get you on a team. Let's get you on a real team. Oh my gosh, the White Mamba might be getting a call. No, we don't need Scale. Scale's already doing enough for Boston. We do not need any more. Dude, I would take a Dame pack. Are you kidding? That would be incredible. I did not. Jason, what were Beal's comments about long term for the Wizards? I can't imagine he leaves at this point. I feel like if he was going to go, he was going to go, right? Stop and Pop says Miles Bridges. Let's look at Miles Bridges. 60. What did you say? 65? 65 for the bridge father. Whew, let's see. 59, dude. Breaking news, man. 59 for that Top Shot debut. It's gone down. God, Brett Brown. You guys are all so mean. So mean. Yeah, Lorenga's a good call for a head coach, but why would he leave that spot? I wouldn't leave that spot. Dude, Miles, is it really? Let's see. If I buy it, does it go up to 65? No, dude, it's 59. Beak out there trying to undercut right away. Wow. Yeah, I like the Jayshawn Tate. That's another good one, dude, right? Like, that's another good guy, rookie, like you're buying pretty low on, right? Because what's his price? But I think that goes down before it goes up, though. I don't think anyone in the offseason is like, I need to get Jayshawn Tate. I feel like you can get this in like the $20 range in a month or so. Because the other thing you got to worry about, I mean, we'll know a little bit more once the ping pong balls drop. We'll know a little bit more. But like, there's a chance, like if Houston has their first round pick and then they pick someone that plays Tate's position, I don't know. There's still like some concern. But I'd wait. Okay, this takes way too hot. He's the new Vince Carter. That's way too hot. Way too hot of a take. Too early for takes like that. I do have the Kenyon Martin moment. So let's look at the KMJ moment because I'm curious. Still at 110 for that throwdown. Oh, I didn't realize he had a 40K moment come out. Still at 110 for the throwdown, and we're still holding. Oh, yeah. He refused to comment on whether Washington is the place for the long term. You know what, though? I need reporters to stop asking those questions the second somebody gets eliminated. Like, dude, give him a second. That's like my last day at work. If someone was like, hey, do you think, what are you going to do tomorrow for employment? It's like, I don't fucking know. Give me a second. Yeah. Miles Bridges is just a better Gerald Green. All right, yeah. The take's been amended. New Vince Carter in terms of nasty in-game dunks. Okay, yeah. He is, I mean, monster dunks. All right, what else do you guys have? I got like 10 more minutes to hang out. You guys have more questions? Anything you want me to peek around in the marketplace? Anything you want me to look at? Just a reminder, everything in the show notes, right? Do this. I'm going to post a Substack in here. If you guys haven't subscribed to that, please do it. Please do it. We have the Patreon for some moment ranks and daily fantasy content that comes out every day. You get a separate video every day for 30 minutes. Join the Discord if you haven't done that. I updated the link so it actually works now. We got a show tomorrow, obviously. 89 Cavs is coming back at some point this weekend. We had a scheduling issue. We're actually trying to get tickets for game 1 of the Nets Bucks, whenever that's going to be. Wait, KMJ's in the challenge right now? I didn't think he was. I thought he was in the next challenge. Is that true? Let's look at the challenges. I didn't think he was in this one. Did this just start? Yeah, he's not in this challenge yet. Come on now. Don't mess with me like that. Because honestly, if he bumps, I really like that moment, but if he goes up a ton, I might move off him in the challenge just to and then buy it back, I think. What's your moment ranks record? All right, I'll pull that up. You know what sucks though, man? I was running hot. Going into last night, I was 35-5 in my last 40. And then I faded Luka last night. And I dropped down. I went from 70-42 to now 70-52. So that's where I'm at. We had a nice little run though, Lucas. We started off poor. We made some in strategy adjustments. We got hot 35-5 and then went 0-10 last night. That was a problem, which sucked because I moved into the next, like the top 200 or something like that. Any predictions on how low moments may dip this summer? How low? I'm sorry. It's hard. It really is hard to project on this stuff, Kelly. I think. Also, shut up, Boston. Look at that avatar right there. Honestly, it's pretty fucking hard to predict where these prices are going to go on guys like Tatum and Brown. Like, are they going to go wicked low? Or are they going to go? All right. Right. A lot of people were anticipating a playoff bump. So then when the playoff bump didn't happen, everybody sold off on a bunch of stuff. And then we actually saw a dip because they were like, wait, I was waiting to get rid of my moments and now it's happening. If people are projecting that we see it to continue to dip in the offseason, does that mean it comes up a little bit? I don't know. For me, what I'm doing, yeah, you said rooting for under 500. What I'm doing in these moments is I've got a little spreadsheet up. I'm keeping track of a handful of things that I'm excited about. I also have a price point that I'm excited about. And then when it gets into that price point, then I like really zero in. And it's like, okay, do I want to buy it now or do I want to monitor it to see if it comes down? And if I do that, the second it starts coming back up, we make a move on it. That's kind of where I'm at. When does this show get out of beta? Give me a stimmy. Yeah, we do need this show out of beta. You're absolutely right. Derek says, what moments are you watching right now? So it's a lot of the Top Shot debut stuff, mostly Series 1 Top Shot debut stuff. There were a lot of moments that when I was first getting into this seemed completely out of reach and I didn't think I'd have a shot at. And so like if you look at my account, which I'm not going to pull up right now, but you'll notice I have a lot of things for sale right now. And I'm not pumped about that because there's stuff that I actually like. But because of the moments I am looking at, I really am trying to accumulate a dapper so that my goal is this offseason to acquire a Jokic debut, a Ja debut, a Zion debut, and a Luka debut. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all 5 of those, but that's what I'm going after. And a Kevin Porter Jr., but I can get that whenever at this point. So that's kind of why I still want to line up for the Holo and see if I can make some moves off of the Holo. But those are the ones I'm looking at. And like the Ja, I probably missed a window. I probably should have gotten it yesterday when it was at like the 1400 mark. But we're gonna wait a little bit longer and then probably end up taking an L. That's what's gonna happen. Goodbye for a hundo. Let's do it, Adrian. Let's do it. Goodbye for a hundo. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. All right, let's do this here. One hundo. Lowest ask, descending. Let's see what we got. All right, let's hide the filters too. Ooh, Randall. It's Randall right there, Adrian. Randall's the buy. IMO. Randall's the buy. You could also go up to 126 and get that Beal, which I think is nice. Let's see if anything else sticks out. Kevin, I mean, I do like Kevin Love, but he probably doesn't have a ceiling anymore. DeJounte Murray's metallic gold is under 100. That's crazy. Oh, the Rui moment we talked about too is only 96. That's a series 1. It's got all the badges. I like that one. I don't know. Those are the ones that stick out. Julius Randle, Rui, spending a little bit more money for Beal. The Fakundu, oh my God. Campazzo, we're just going to skip the first name because I was stumbling all over it. I like that it's a rare Top Shot debut. I kind of like that. Manuel Quickly, that's nice. It's not a Top Shot debut, but De'Aaron Fox's Series 1. Kobe White's debut is 89 for Series 1. Wow. There's a lot of stuff down here. Kemba's debut, wow, 85. No, I don't get that. Rashawn Holmes, his debut is a metallic gold, which I always think is kind of cool, and that's 85. But I think for me, it's Randall, Quickly, or Rui. Those are the ones that stand out. Adam says, out till next week, man. Trip plus Bear Country probably won't survive. It's been real. Adam, dude, good luck, man. Good luck. Eric says, all-star moments worth targeting with low mints. Like the actual all-star, like the rare moments? Is that what you're talking about, that pack? Yeah, if you like those guys. I was a little bit lower on the all-star moments, but they have gotten to a price where it just seems like we should be targeting those right now. What do you think will be more valuable, a Top Shot debut or run-it-back moment, rookie moment of that player? So you're saying like 10 years from now, they do a Tatum run-it-back from his rookie year. Do you think like his Top Shot debut or his run-it-back? That's interesting. I guess it depends on the player. I don't know if I have an answer to that question. It started pouring. This is how sick my camera is, by the way, that we can now see that back there. I love that. This is good investments. That's an interesting question. I don't know, Jason. I don't have a good take on this. I think it depends on the player. But like if KD had a Top Shot debut that wasn't his run-it-back and you're like, okay, what's worth more, his debut or his run-it-back? It's probably his run-it-back. But I guess it depends. Like, again, it depends on the player because if their like debut moment is different, like, so if say KD's debut moment was with the Nets, but his run-it-back is with the Thunder, I think the run-it-back is cooler than the debut. Does that make sense? I feel like I didn't do a good job answering that, Jason. I apologize. Yeah, you're talking about the Tatum you're rooting for under 500. Yeah. Oh, and Vince. Yeah, you're right. I didn't add Vince to that. I should have added Vince. You're right. Frank says doing the same, selling moments to upgrade. That's kind of why Top Shot shouldn't penalize people for not holding and trying to upgrade. I totally agree with this. I think there's different levels of selling stuff, right? There's different levels. Like I'm selling to try to buy back in. So yeah, we're just accumulating chips, as one would say. Would Dallas be more dangerous if they replaced Kristaps with Love? If I had a guaranteed healthy season of Love, yeah. But they're in a lot of ways they're the same player. I mean, Porzingis provides a little bit more because of his length. He just can't move defensively anymore. He's like a liability out there in a lot of ways. But if he's not scoring, like he's useless. But both of them are just so banged up. It's kind of hard. No, we can't do this, Derek. That's how we get canceled. Christian Wood. Yeah, what's Christian Wood's Top Shot debut? He was someone we talked about a lot at the beginning. But see, this is what happens. Those teams get eliminated. They're out of contention, and then we kind of forget about them. $60 for that Top Shot debut. Yikes. Christian Wood. Do you think there will be a run-it-back pack? I mean, they've said it. They said we'd have one. I don't know if it's happening, but they did say it was happening. So yes, hopefully. Would you spend $200 on a LeBron 15K look away 3 or invest in a bunch of Top Shot debuts instead? Great question. I think, wow, I don't know, man. I think if I could get like a Randall and a Beal versus LeBron 3, I might do that. But if you're meaning like I could get a Dylan Brooks, a Kevin Love, like I think I would take 2 Top Shot debuts over that, but I wouldn't take 5 Top Shot debuts. Do you know what I mean? If Luka gets a real number 2 option, it's about to get real interesting. Dude, I mean, like right now they don't need a number 2 and they're about to beat the Clippers. And the Clippers were supposed to be, everyone was like, the Clippers were the pick to come out of the West for a while. So, man, they might not even need it. But you're right. If they upgrade that spot, I don't know how they upgrade it though, right? Because Porzingis still has some time left. LeBron 15K or Halliburton Top Shot debut. Man, LeBron's safer. Halliburton's got a ceiling there with that moment because one's a debut versus one's like his 7th moment on the site. So that's how Halliburton has probably a higher ceiling at that price, I think. All right, y'all. I think we're going to wrap there. This is great. As always, love the chat. Thank you guys for being here this morning and rocking. I appreciate it. I'm going to share the Substack one more time because I'm a monster. So if you haven't joined that, please join it. All of the things, right? Subscribe, join the Discord, follow us on Twitter, all the things. But we appreciate you. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9. I didn't see Martin in the chat, guys, so I don't think we're going to do – well, let's just get out of here with a PJ. We don't have to go full Dort report on y'all. All right, we'll see you soon. PJ Washington.